Hindi pa eh. Teka lang. May kinulang ako ang putik. Kala ko okay na. Sige, okay lang. Kahit mamaya na to.
Later na lang? Okay. Sige. Alright guys, good evening. So, live episode tayo ngayon, no? Wala lang. This evening, we're going to be talking about NBA since malapit na yung NBA season. If I'm not mistaken, I think in 2.5 weeks or even less, no? So, we have here Luis as a special guest to talk about
NBA analyst.
NBA insights. the official NBA insider / HR insider.
From analyzing office drama to the NBA. I'm your shawarma sharanya.
Congrats sa bagong gig sa ESPN. Alright, so yeah, good evening. Kelvin, do you have anything to do you have greetings to share?
Wala. Inaayos ko tong sa TikTok. But, wala. Kailangan ko
Hey,
talagang ayusin to muna. Wait lang. Pero,
Doggo.
sige. Pwede na natin simulan. NBA season. You mentioned 2 weeks, no? Tama ba? Pagkakarinig ko 2 weeks.
Parang.
And nakita ko, si Lebron sa si Bronny nagsabay na sa court. Tatawa ko sa mga sinasabi ni Bronny sa nababasa ko. Quote and quote nakalagay. I mean, that's my dad. That's literally my dad. Malamang tatay mo yun. Hindi ko pa nakikita yung kung nagkaroon na ba sila ng magandang like assist and score or whatever. Parang nakita ko lang lumakad lang sila na sabay tapos nag-inbound ng bole. Wala pa nakitang highlights.
Wala.
Pero walang nyo dun? Anong masasabi mo dun, Luis? First time ever na mag-ama naglaro sa isang court, sa isang team.
Yes. Well, it speaks about LeBron's longevity, right? Like for that to even happen speaks a lot about how he's taken care of his career, right? From a physical standpoint, reputational standpoint, right? Like, kumbaga napaabot niya doon yung career niya. It's crazy. On the flip side, syempre on the negative side of things, right? Syempre, hindi natin maiiwasan there's nepotism involved, right? Like, if you'd recall yung statement ni JJ Redick na Bronny has earned this, like, why would you have to say that? Right? So, there's two ways to look at it, but I think people should just focus on, well, that's how great LeBron has been for 20 years, basically 20 plus years, to the point na naabutan siya nung anak niya sa professional league. So it's crazy.
Plus, to Bronny James credit, no? He was at least good enough to be drafted, diba? Like hindi naman siya scrub talaga. I mean, let's be real, no? He might not be the best player. I think everyone knows that. Pero he wasn't a scrub na to the point na hindi mo ma-justify na ma-pick, no? So medyo medyo sus nga lang na Lakers pick. parang halatang favor for LeBron. But that's business, no?
That's business.
That's business. So, I think wala pa silang highlight siguro kasi kung meron, mayat natin makikita sa ESPN yun or sa YouTube or sa TikTok. So, I think wala pa. Hindi pa nangyari yung moment na yun. So, curious din ako to see how it will look like sa NBA season. Pero si Kelvin, I think you're the biggest LeBron fan in this on this stream. So,
LeBron
baka may thoughts ka or feelings? Baka naiyak ka ba?
Wala. Excited ako kay Bronny pero excited ako sa kanya pero di talaga siya ganun kagaling eh. I mean, feeling ko nga hindi niya deserve yung spot na yun eh. Parang yung pick na yun could have been someone na mas well-deserving. Aminin na natin nakuha lang naman siya ng Lakers dahil anak siya ni LeBron. Hindi naman na maipagkakaila yun. Pero since nandiyan na siya, wala naman na tayong magagawa. Kailangan na lang niyang i-ano, mag-train siguro, develop yung mga skill set niya. Ay, alam natin, di naman niya maabot yung kung ano yung nagawa ni LeBron or at least baka di man lang umabot yung sa kalahati kasi iba talaga yung laro ni Bronny saka yung height pa lang and size. Ang layo na talaga. So yun lang. Basta good luck sa kanya and I know may mga hate along the way so wala,
Good
tiisin na
luck
lang
sa
yun. Kailangan niya saluhin yun.
good luck na lang kay Front. Well, balikan natin mamaya si Bronny, no? So I think um I think initial thoughts lang. I think since malapit na yung season, ano ba yung mga stories na nakikita niyong magandang parang inaabangan, kumbaga inaabangan niyo bukod siguro sa father and son na na pangyayari do'n. Any exciting stories that you're looking at?
I guess for me, yung like yung continued quote unquote passing of the torch or transition ng league from LeBron, Steph, and arguably KD to the next generation. So we've we've gotten a glimpse of that the last few years kasi basically yung last two finals run, they were not involved in it, diba? Not
Yeah.
like a year ago, it was Jokic who basically represents the present, sila ni Giannis, ni Embiid, and then etong nakaraang finals, future, right? Na nagiging present na rin. You had Luka and Tatum in the finals and their respective squads. So probably more of that. Like yung continued ascension ng young talent, starting with the biggest one, literally, Victor Wembanyama,
Mm.
right? Shea Gilgeous-Alexander finished second in the MVP race. Uh, Anthony Edwards is right there. Jason Tatum just won a championship. Luka Doncic was in the finals. So yung continued ascension ng talent and yung, I guess, in transfer of power, so to speak, quote unquote, right? From LeBron, Steph, and KD to the next ones.
Yeah. But who do you guys think is the next one? No? Like who's taking on the torch? Kasi let's be honest. I'm not gonna talk about the 70s or the 60s like we weren't there yet. No, pero clearly uh let's start with Michael Jordan. Michael Jordan became the face of the league, right? And then that was passed on to Kobe Bryant, right? And then that was passed on to LeBron James. And then it was supposed to be passed on to someone else, pero because of LeBron's longevity, he's still kind of there, right? He's still part of that or that phase, no? So by now, no, parang someone should have been getting that, pero who? Like who is the face? Like who is the next face, no? I think Steph Curry was alongside LeBron. Parang naghati sila dito sa era na to eh. Diba? Parang widely accepted na sila yung dalawa, no? So Steph Curry changing the game and then LeBron's greatness. So who is it? Is it Doncic? Is it Edwards or is it someone else?
Luis, ka muna, sige.
From the looks of it, the league really tried to promote certain players the past few years. Parang nakikita mo, tinutulak talaga nila yung iba. Like, yung all of the promotions ni Jason Tatum, right? There's so many commercials. You'd be surprised. I think secretly a lot of people were pulling for Ja Morant, pero there were some speed bumps right along the way. Now it seems like they've found a gem in Anthony Edwards. He has the personality to do that. He has that, yung charisma that you want from a star. Kasi yung present na dominant forces ng league and I say present kasi they're basically the past 3 MVP winners, diba? Si Jokic, Joel Embiid, and Giannis. They're not. You won't say they're face of the league material. They're the best players of the NBA for the past few years, pero not hindi sila yung marketable name na even casual fans would know.
Yeah.
It's more likely should someone like Anthony Edwards, supposedly Ja Morant. Pero seems like Victor Wembanyama, if once mag-align yung winning and yung individual dominance, because he seems to have that charisma din eh. Like
Mm.
he's unlike he's not like Nikola Jokic when Jokic was beginning to ascend. Diba, relatively he still was an unknown for the casual fans. Pero now, as early as now, may commercial na si Wembanyama, part siya ng commercial ng NBA, ano yun, yung opening ng NBA season. So, I think siya and si Edwards for the reasons stated earlier, the game and personality. Pero I think Wembanyama once winning aligns, yung winning statistical dominance, and I think he also has that ano rin eh, he has that personality then. He has that attitude. He has that attitude then that you'd want to be in a potential face of the league. Kasi Jokic, Giannis, and Embiid parang nasa Duncan mold sila eh. Like, they're dominant, but they're not necessarily charismatic. Eh. That was a long-winded response.
So,
yeah.
Victor.
Yeah, and those two.
May reservations lang ako kay Wemby. In the sense na hindi ako sure if the NBA is ready to push a European or like a non-American. Like, alam mo yun, kasi parang we haven't seen it there. Di ba? Parang, again, no offense to 60s, 50s, 70s, di ko alam. Pero di ba, Larry Bird, Magic Johnson, American. Di ba? Michael Jordan, American, Kobe Bryant, LeBron, Steph. So, si Wemby? Is Wemby the next one? Maybe. Siguro ako, face of the league. I think pinaka-pinipilit na. Tama ka eh. Pinilit nila si Tatum for a while. Pero parang, I think na-realize nila that he's too corny. he's not built that way. So, I think they're forcing Anthony Edwards. I think Anthony Edwards might be they're trying to groom him as the face, no? Pero ang fear ko is if Minnesota doesn't win a championship this year or next year, they might have to move on. And parang mahirap na ibenta yung narrative. But yeah, I think for me, Edwards.
Same. Ako, tatlo eh. It's either Luka, Wemby, or Ant. Ang mahirap kasi sa face of the league sa NBA is you need to have the skills. I mean, kailangan sobrang mama mo like Steph, LeBron, Jordan, Kobe. And at the same time, you have to have the charisma or the personality. Hindi pwede yung, like sinabi nga ni Luis, yung Duncan type of person na laid back lang or tahimik. Kasi you need to be presented sa lahat sa buong mundo globally. So, yeah, kailangan, ano ka rin, sinusunod mo yung, ano man tawag sa ganun, yung team mo, like, what you call that team, Knicks, kapag ka yung, ano ka, yung lahat ng sinasabi nila, kailangan mo sundin kasi
Yes, man?
they know what's best for you and, hindi, ano bang tawag sa ganun team? Parang agent ba? Hindi siya agent eh.
PR
Basta
team
sila yung
or
nagdidikta ng buhay mo, kumbaga, parang ganun. Alam, kung ano man tawag doon sa team
PR?
na yun. Kailangan magaling, PR. Kailangan magaling din yung ganun mo. Kagaya ni
PR
Lebron, di
team,
ba? Sobrang
yeah.
galing ng PR
Marketing
niya.
team, PR team.
Yeah.
Oo.
Oo.
Actually, yan yung yun nga yung argument siguro against
And
all
dapat
these
sundin
people
yun ng
na
player. Bukod sa dapat magaling ka rin.
yun yung
Right.
argument against Wemby and I guess Ant din. Kasi parang hindi sila masyadong ganun. Like, Si LeBron kasi manufactured talaga eh. Sinunod niya, like, siya yung gumawa ng script eh, di ba? Chosen one and whatever. So part siya eh, he bought in, no? I guess, to some extent, Kobe din, di ba? Na-wash away nga nila yung mga nagawa niyang mali, di ba? So, that's a good point. Kailangan din talaga ng strong team, PR team, marketing team na NBA player to take on that role. Pero hindi ko alam. Hindi ko alam kung kaya. Hindi ko alam kung kaya nila. Baka wala pa sa NBA. Baka LeBron will still play for the next 3 to 4 years, di ba? Tapos, some new kid on the block.
Baka inaantay na lang pala si Kai Soto.
Gulatin yung mundo. I think that's the usual headline.
Okay. Sige, let's talk about this one. One of my favorite something that I'm looking forward to. I think I've been looking forward to this every year since 2019, no? Ben Simmons, I think, comeback year daw niya. So, he's saying he's finally healthy. Pero he's mentioned that multiple times, no? Last year, the year before. So, Ben Simmons, comeback year. Ang daming nakikitang videos, him shooting threes, dunking, lifting weights. Sabi niya, I'm a really good player. People forget when I'm healthy. So, guys, what's your take? Is this the year? Are we really going to see the return of Ben Simmons in his prime?
I am going to take 3 to 5 minutes here because I just want to I just want to lay a pipe bomb on this guy. All right. You first one. We've been hearing it for the past 3 years. It's basically part of the off-season news cycle, as they say. Ano yung off-season news cycle? Oh, Zion is in the best shape of his life. Luka Doncic is in the best shape of his life. And then we have Ben Simmons finally healthy. Pero bago pa yun, meron pa yan. Meron pa yan. 2018, Ben Simmons. Will he finally learn to consistently shoot jump shots? 2018, yun yung meron silang close na 5-game series loss sa Boston Celtics. Those 5 games were incredibly close. 2018 yun. The following year, talo sila sa Toronto semis, 7 games. We all know that iconic jump shot by Kawhi Leonard, baseline jump shot. Ganun pa rin, same narrative. Will Ben Simmons finally learn to shoot or to finally learn to consistently take, not even make, just take jump shots? 2020 season, wala. Ganun pa din. And mind you, there was a point in 2018, people were talking about, uy, si Ben Simmons, potential LeBron replacement. Di ba nga nag-tweet pa nga or nag-post pa nga si LeBron na kinakrown niya na young prince si Ben Simmons? And
Yes.
everybody's passed him up. Dapat by now, this should be his league already. You are 6'10", athletic, court vision. Kumbaga, balik tayo dun sa draft projections niya. Insane. Like, this guy is the next one. Kung ikukumpara mo yung draft projection niya versus sino ba yung mga kabatch niya nun? Ingram, Jaylen Brown, Sabonis. Wala. Iwan na siya ng tatlong yun. Jason Tatum. Yun yung mga next set of batches na eh. Jason Tatum, Donovan Mitchell. Wala na. Like, ngayon yung tanong, is he really back? Listen, kaya naging viral yan kasi yung trainer niya, si Chris Brickley. Chris Brickley is a known trainer around NBA circles. He has numerous famous, well-known clients. Jimmy Butler, Jason Tatum, Joel Embiid, Kevin Durant. Actually, nagsimula siya kay Carmelo Anthony nung New York Knicks pa. So, siya yung nag-tweet kasi na, ano yun, or nag-post, Ben Simmons is playing better ball than he has during his All-Star years. Man, you're crazy. You're crazy. At this point, it's just you have to show us to shut us up. Kasi, wala, we've been hearing that for the past 3 years. And we've been hearing for the past 6 years yung potential mo. At this point, you're just Mr. Potential. Potential man. Right?
Okay, so take mo cap.
It's cap.
Ben
It's
Simmons is
cap.
cap.
And I would love to be proven otherwise. Kasi nasa perfect scenario siya. Nasa team with no expectations. Brooklyn. Perfect scenario for him to diba, improve his value. I would love to be proven wrong. I'm just a random
Sino,
Filipino. Sino
sino
ba
ba
ako?
kasama niya sa Nets?
Cameron
Got
Johnson, Cam
Cam
Thomas,
Johnson, Cam Thomas. Diba?
Finney
Cam
Smith.
Johnson, yun yung minerder ni Luka eh. Wala namang ambag yun eh. Eh, yung highlights nun,
3 and D,
isang highlight nun.
3 and D guy, no? So anyway, let's look at Brooklyn Nets
Oh, you got Nick
roster.
Claxton. Diba? Nick Claxton, Cam Thomas, Cam
Yeah.
Johnson, Dorian Finney-Smith, and a bunch of guys that, frankly, we don't know. Right?
Bogdanovich, Schroeder.
Oh, okay, disrespectful on my part. Kilala ko si Dennis Schroeder.
Pero yeah, for the most part, some no names. New Jersey Nets, Brooklyn Nets probably will be top 3 worst teams in the NBA. Yeah, Kelvin, what's your take? Is it are you buying Ben Simmons stock or is this cap?
Hindi ko alam to be honest. Pero gusto ko na lumabas na yung tunay niyang potential. Kasi galing naman siya eh. Like, especially yung IQ niya and yung passing niya. Even yung mga magagaling sa NBA is na-recognize naman yung talents niya eh. I don't know lang talaga kung ano yung nangyari sa kanya. Ba't siya nagsimula mag-decline? I think it started, sabi nila, nag-start daw yun nung pinamigay niya yung giveaway dunk niya. Pinasa niya sa labas. Ewan ko ba't niya ginawa yun. Pero di ba, doon nag-start yon yung ano niya,
Kaya
yung
ano yun, di
downfall
ba?
niya.
Kanya binigay kay Matty Stybul ba niya yung pinasa yun?
Hindi ko maalala. Pero
Passed
playoffs
it
yun.
to
Alam ko playoffs yun.
versus the Hawks. Versus the Hawks.
Oo. Ayun, tapos doon na siya nagsimula, bumagsak eh. Pero I think, well, ayun nga, sana ito na yung taon. Kasi kaya naman niya mag-take over. Even si LeBron, nung unang taon naman niya, wala siyang jump shot eh. Pero nagawa niya nakarga niya yung Cavs.
Pero ilang taon na
Diba?
kasi hinihintay yung jump shot.
Teka. Kailangan ko lang mag-step in. Si LeBron, wala siyang jump shot nung rookie year niya, pero he was taking them. He wasn't converting
Tumitira
at a
naman
high
si Ben
clip, pero he
Simmons
was taking them. Ito kasi parang
Ayaw. Takot.
na-jump shot.
Takot mo pa yan.
No, first
Takot siya
year,
mapaya.
second year, alam ko hindi eh. Mga floater,
Wala.
yan. Pero yung mga long twos, kasi si LeBron nun may mga highlights, may mga long two, three-pointer siya nung rookie season pa lang niya eh. Ito, parang wala eh. But I do get your point though, na nakita naman natin lahat yun. Nag-all-star yan ng ilang beses din.
Yeah. Well, personally, I'm hopeful, no? Ben Simmons, if you're listening. or if this clip passes through your feed. I'm hopeful. Ben Simmons. I probably he doesn't deserve this benefit of the doubt, no? Ben, you don't deserve this benefit of the doubt, but I will give it to you. For these reasons, no? I think Ben Simmons actually, if the Brooklyn Nets can have a roster that fits, no? If di ba they have nothing to lose? Di ba, Brooklyn Nets have nothing to lose, di ba? If they will commit to put Ben Simmons at the one, tapos surrounding him with shooters, di ba? You have Cam Thomas, you have Cameron Johnson, you have Bogdan Bogdanovic, and some else, di ba? Sige, kahit sabihin natin si Nick Claxton can't shoot threes, di ba? If you have 3 guys who can space the floor, and then you play up tempo, everyone's young, fast break. But that's a Ben Simmons kind of team. Eh. I would argue Ben Simmons never even had a Ben Simmons type of team in his career. He had Embiid. Embiid wasn't playing fast, diba? He was forced to do half court. So maybe if he's really healthy, we can see, no? Kasi at this point, Brooklyn, in my opinion, they don't have a choice. No? They have to play Ben Simmons. They have to try and pray na he has he has a good season, because that's the only way they can get out of that contract. No? They have to they have to showcase him and fool another NBA team into taking that contract. Or, diba? If he sustains, then they can keep him. So I might be. I'm sure that I'm gonna be wrong. I'm sure that I'm gonna be wrong to give him a chance. But let's see. Baka maybe that back injury was really bothering him. Maybe that's gone now. We'll see. Uh, ang thinking ko is if he can put up at least 14 points, 14-7, 14-7 assists, 3-4 rebounds, 'di ba? That's his career highs was like 18 points, like 17. Like it's not that far, 'di ba? He doesn't have to produce at the same level. He produced 80% of that, 'di ba? Sabi natin rusty pa siya. If he can do that for at least 60 games, then
Yeah.
I think he's on track. Pero he hasn't shown that in the last 4 years, so we'll see.
I mean, at this point, if he can just be a 6'10" Rajon Rondo, that would be incredibly valuable for a lot of teams. I
Yeah.
mean, they play the same way, no shooting, but high IQ plays. On the back injury, medyo mahirap kasi magka-back injury if you're spineless.
Para kang si Shaq eh. Si Shaq, Shaq has been going around podcasts, no, telling people he wishes he wants to pay money to see Ben Simmons because he wants to learn how someone can make $50 million a year without doing anything. So, uh, all right, sige. We're kind of split. I think Luis calling Cap, he probably is right, to be honest. So we'll see. No, I'm excited to see Ben Simmons to do something. I don't know if he has what it takes. Pero if
Do
he
something or
if
to
he
do
if he plays
anything.
if he plays well and he succeeds this season, he should credit this podcast. He should credit this episode. All right. Si Otep, tataon lang kay Ben Simmons. Sorry. Sorry pala. Baka may mga Ben Simmons fans pala dito. Pasintabi na lang. Okay. Ben Simmons, let's move on. So ito next one. Something na I'm still shocked to this day. I didn't know that this would happen. No? So you guys for sure know the New York Knicks made some big moves this offseason. First, getting Mikal Bridges from the New Brooklyn Nets, and then a few days ago, di ba, they announced trade sending out Julius Randle and Dante DiVincenzo for the big cat, Carl Anthony Towns. So some people are saying it's not just me. I'm biased, but it's not just me. Some people are saying the Knicks have now the best starting five in the NBA with Brunson, Bridges, Anunoby, Hart, and Towns. So I'm not. I'm gonna give the floor to you guys because I'm super biased. So I want to hear unbiased thoughts. So what do you guys think about the new look Knicks? Is this title contender or how are you? What are we feeling?
Sige, Luis, you can go first.
Okay, thanks. Parang meeting, no? Nag-thanks, nag-unmute, tas nag-thanks. Well, I mean, it's not that far off. They're probably one of the best starting fives. I can't say they're the best, but probably one of the best because we're looking at you have a second team All NBA guard in Jalen Brunson. You have two elite 3 and D players in Mikal Bridges and OG Anunoby. So that makes your defense highly switchable. If you don't switch, if you put them in a zone, you have two long athletic defenders covering manning that zone. Then you have another guy, Josh Hart, overall utility player. 'Di ba? Yung apat pa lang na yun na core players mo, you'd be a solid team already. And then you basically replace Julius Randle. Julius Randle is, a highly inefficient volume scorer. He takes yung shot diet niya. If you talk about shot selection, he takes long twos. Uh, doesn't really do a lot of post ups opportunities. I don't see a lot of statistics wherein he dominates the pick and roll. Kasi that's the NBA now. Everyone's running pick and roll. Every freaking play is a pick and roll. I mean, so you would want a big who willingly plays pick and roll na hindi mo kailangan bigyan ng time-consuming isolation, diba, at the nail area. I mean, gone are the
Yeah.
days where you'd give Nowitzki or LaMarcus Aldridge an isolation. Hindi na ganun eh. Like, the NBA plays so much faster now. So, you'd preferably want someone na who rolls to the basket or pops out.
Yeah.
And they got it in Karl Anthony Towns, who is also 7 feet, one of the best shooters, although self-proclaimed greatest big man shooter of all time. Pero that's another point for discussion. But I think just having those five guys in your lineup one of the best teams in the NBA. Are they championship contenders? Obviously, we still need to see the actual product on the floor. Pero ang key kasi doon is we've seen teams win being top heavy yung starting lineup, right? Like imagine the Golden State Warriors, diba? I'm not saying they're on that level, pero they won
The Lakers.
with having a killer starting five, and yung bench
Even the Lakers,
basically
no?
were
The old Lakers,
yung
Kobe,
Boston
Shaq.
Celtics, hmm, right? Yung Boston Celtics last year. I mean, outside of the six players, medyo malaki na yung drop off after ni Al
Yeah,
Horford.
yeah.
Di ba? If you name the six best players
Seven.
sila, malaki na yung drop off after yung six.
Parang
So,
7-man
with the
rotation
Knicks,
lang din yung yeah.
pag playoffs naman, ninipis yung rotation eh. Ang problema, yun nga, durability. So, OG Anunoby hasn't really completed a full season, I think, for the past few years. Karl Anthony Towns has had injury issues the past 2 years. So, kasi, ano yan eh, like, I think in the first 5 to 6 years si Karl Anthony Towns, he was healthy, and if you play fantasy basketball, he's arguably a top 5 pick before. So, ano yun, uh, I think lineup wise, that starting five instantly puts them as playoff contenders. But to get to that championship caliber level where the Celtics are at, then kailangan sa season matetest kasi yun eh. But for now, on paper, yes, definitely one of the best starting fives out there. I won't take a lot of starting fives over that unit. Maganda yung trade na yun for them. I mean, cap-wise, of course, may implications yun. Like, long-term, money-wise. Pero if you're the Knicks, you're capitalizing on that Jalen Brunson window. Diba? You're capitalizing on, okay, diba? Ito na yun eh. We have this kind of guard on our team. How can we provide him the best opportunity to win?
Yeah.
And you did that. You did that. So, yeah, kudos to the Knicks for pulling off that trade. Uh, it's gonna be a fun season for New York fans for sure. Kasi Tom Thibodeau
Very.
drives his team to win during the regular season. So I won't be surprised if they finish with the best record in the East or at worst top three. They're gonna compete for home court advantage in the first round for sure. So that you're looking at top 3 seed team potentially.
Mm.
I don't see a lot of teams that will be better than them during the season. Considering that Milwaukee and Philadelphia have quote unquote aging stars in Paul George, Joel Embiid, Damian Lillard. At some point ipapahinga nila yan sa season. Like, but itong Knicks na to, gigil to manalo sa season for sure. So a lot of regular season wins. I'm expecting that from them. Uh, pero yung playoffs kaman doon naman magkakaalaman yun eh. But yeah, because gonna be a good season for Knicks fans for sure.
Okay, sa akin lang. Di ko alam na si Bridges pala, hindi pa nakakamiss ng game. Iron Man. As in,
Never.
since rookie year,
Since
never.
since high since high school.
The fuck? Nice. Iron Man. Sana magtuloy-tuloy. And sana wag ma-injury.
Yun nga, isipin mo na lang pag nag-miss yan ng game, si Tibbs yung sisisihin. Kasi
Pero yes, usapang sa New York Knicks, kung lineup lang naman yung titignan, yes, malakas sila. And I think they can and they can match up well with sino ba malakas sa East bukod sa Celtics, Sixers? Just cause nandun si Embiid. I think kaya nilang pumalag sa
George,
Boston. Sino?
Paul George,
Milwaukee.
Maxi,
Paul
Embiid.
George.
As
Oo
long
nga
as
pala.
Giannis is
Ay,
there.
bago
The
Sixers.
big three. Yeah.
Sixers nga pala. Okay. I think kaya naman nila pumalag. And as much as I would love LeBron to win another one, kasi gusto ko lang matapos na yung, para matahimik yung mga chips over accomplishments sa GOAT debate. Pero napaka-slim na chance manalo ni LeBron ngayon. And probably baka hindi na talaga. So yeah, para sa'yo, Knicks, sige, mag-root ako sa Knicks ngayon. Yung season. I think kaya naman
Sige.
kasi nila eh. And it's about that time. Especially, di ba New York, Madison Square Garden is like the mecca of all arenas. I mean, people make documentaries for performers sa mga first time nila sa Madison Square Garden. So, dapat lang, at some point, pagharian nila yung NBA. So, hopefully, ito na yung taon na yun. Since nandiyan na.
Sana. Ako, obviously. Masaya ako sa mga narinig ko. Masaya tayo ako. Eto, ang problem ko, ang dilemma ko is, as a Knicks fan, like alam ko na yun, laging something wrong, something will happen, no? So something unforeseen, no? So I'm not getting my hopes up so much. But I do believe we have a title contender. If not this year, at least in the next few years, I think they might win one. Maybe not this year, but maybe in the next few years. Why? Because yung buong core nila, actually, 27, 28 years old. Lahat. Literally everyone. Bridges, Towns, Anunoby, Brunson, no? So yung window nila, realistically, nawala.
Ay, nawala, kagi.
Yan.
Joke lang,
So,
ayoko manalo, Knicks.
sabi sa'yo,
And,
something will happen eh. So, may window, no? They have what, 6 year window? Si Luis nawala. So they have a 5 to 6 year window, in my opinion. I'm happy with the Towns trade, to be honest. Si Towns, alam yan ni Luis, alam yan ni Kelvin, no? I think since 2018, pag may mga usapang NBA sa mga group chat, no, laging part si Towns na hypothetical ko na starting center. Lagi ko somehow tinatrade si Towns sa mga starting five, no? Kaya sobrang na-shock ako nung nangyari siya na I woke up, no, to the news na Towns got traded to the Knicks. Hindi pa ako maniwala. I kept checking if fake Woj account or fake Shams account yung nakikita ko or what, no. So, but yeah, I think honestly, I think the Knicks have the best team in the NBA. But I'm not saying they're going to win that championship. No, I'm not that crazy. But I think it's the best team. I have the best starting five, no. Team hindi pa. They still need a few pieces, I think. Medyo sus pa din ako. Hindi ko alam if Mitchell Robinson can come back healthy. If he can,
Oh yeah.
Mitchell Robinson and Towns. So because you can play Towns sometimes at the
Yeah.
4, twin tower mode. If he's yet back, you play Towns at the 5. Pero guys, sorry. Panoorin niyo yung preseason highlights ng Knicks versus Hornets. Panoorin niyo lang yung first 2 possessions, makikita niyo kung bakit sobrang nakalokohan ng trade na to. Lahat ng 5 players nasa labas. Walang nasa loob.
Right.
Towns, like si Brunson kasi is built different in a way na he wants to play in the post, he wants to ISO, he can like force his way in, no? So
Right.
Tom Thibodeau is known as a defensive coach, pero literally this Knicks team might be the best offensive team in the NBA. I think if everything works out. Brunson tapos lahat pwedeng mag-tres. Kahit sino pwedeng pumasok, they can drive and then kick out to anyone. Anunoby, Bridges, all of them shoot 40. Si Hart na yung pinaka-questionable 3-point shooter, pero he hit a bunch of clutch shots in the playoffs. He killed Philadelphia, di ba? And McBride can also shoot threes, so they can switch. So I feel good about the Knicks this season. I'm not saying they're gonna win the championship. I hope, but I'm excited because I'm gonna watch them live for the first time ever sa season opener nila versus who are we destroying? Wait, sino kalaban nila? New York
Atlanta ba?
Knicks.
Kasi Atlanta seems to be the sacrificial lamb whenever the
Hindi,
Knicks make it.
uh, ang season opener nila is actually versus Boston, pero Boston will be getting their rings. So that's happening in Boston's
On the road.
home court.
Yeah.
Hindi yun yung papanoorin ko. Papanoorin ko yung unang game sa
Home
Madison
opener.
Square Garden. Pacers. So revenge game
Mhm.
pala siya. Revenge
Hali.
game. So hopefully it's a good show. Hopefully we win. But yeah, I'm excited. Very happy. This is maybe the best Knicks team I've seen in my lifetime. So yeah,
Right.
we'll see.
Over Melo's Knicks?
Okay, sige. Yung isang season ng Melo, yung Indiana rin yung tumalo sa kanila. Yun siguro, pero mas malakas to, I think eh. Yun kasi parang a lot of old guys stepped up eh. Yung mga last legs
Right.
na ng mga pa-retire. Jason Kidd, Rasheed Wallace, Kurt Thomas. Parang binigay
Wallace.
nila yung buhay nila eh. Para matawid yung season na yun eh. Natawa si Otep
Well,
Destroy.
at the very
Kailangan natin
least, ito
destroy.
yung pinaka-sustainable team nila, I'd say.
True. And yung window.
Age-wise, core, yung core. Yeah, the window.
Yeah, dude, Jalen Brunson. Ito pa last. I think people don't realize
it's not.
that. Yeah. Sige, go. Go.
No, sorry. I mean, it's not like the Celtics are an established dynasty yet. Na that you'd say they're the roadblock. I think it's still wide. I mean, it's still very much wide open. New East.
Yeah.
So
sobrang arrogant ko ba? Sobrang arrogant ko ba na
this
hindi
is
ako
the
takot
time
sa Celtics?
to try.
Sobrang arrogant ko ba na hindi ako takot sa Celtics kasi feel ko yung Knicks team was built to counter the Celtics. Kasi Bridges and Anunoby to answer Tatum and Brown. Jalen Brown can't dribble. Like, so, feel ko lang, medyo hindi ako sa Celtics natakot. Actually, tatakot ako sa Sixers. Kasi laging niluluto ni Embiid si Towns eh.
So kasi George, uhaw si George.
Yeah. So,
Harden is Sixers ba?
Yeah.
No. Clippers.
Okay.
Address natin yun, no? So,
Clippers.
sige, I think that's good, no, for the Knicks. We can come back later. I just want to address si X-Wolf na nag-chat. Hey guys, ano sa tingin nyo kay Russell Westbrook with Denver? You think he will fit in? Guys, I'll personally, I'll start, I guess. I like Russell Westbrook in Denver. I think he will fit in because he has no choice but to fit in, right? He will fit in because he has no choice to fit in. I don't know what kind of role he will play. I don't know if they're moving Jamal Murray at the 2 so he can be the 1. Pero as everyone knows, Jamal Murray only plays 40 to 50 games every season. So we might see Westbrook start at point guard for a lot of time anyway. But I like the fit. I think he respects Jokic. I think with Russ, you just need him to be in a situation where he respects the star player. And si Jokic naman di naman masyadong sasalta and so I think there's something there. I like them. There's still a top 3 team in the West, I think. So I think he'll fit in. Curious to see. What do you guys think?
As long as matanggap ni Westbrook na hindi na siya yung bida.
I think
yun naman kasi I think sa Lakers hindi niya kasi tanggap eh. Like if you would watch games ng Lakers, 'di ba? Nag-hero ball pa din siya kahit di na dapat. Kamot ulo na lang.
Kasi nung Lakers na yun eh. Ang hina nung team na yun eh. I think depende sa team eh. Di ba seryoso, sobrang hina nung roster na yun. So siguro nakikita niya yung mga Max Christie, like siguro sa utak niya, sino tong mga to? Parang walang ibang gagawa kung wala siya. And if you guys remember, I think LeBron and AD were hurt for a lot of the time during that season. So baka Westbrook felt that I'm not a Russell Westbrook super fan. I'm not even, I wouldn't even call myself a Russell Westbrook fan, but I feel like he was scapegoated in the on the Lakers. So I actually want to defend him a little bit. But I get what you mean.
Yeah. Basta yeah, ayun nga, as long as tanggapin niya yung kung ano na lang ba yung role niya sa Denver, I think it would work. So, wag lang siyang mag-ano siguro, hero ball. I think magsasucceed pa rin yung Denver.
I think ang magiging key dun also is they need to stagger yung minutes ni Russell Westbrook and Aaron Gordon just because the two of them are not elite shooters. In the NBA today, you cannot afford to have uh only just only have three shooters at the court. Mahirap yun. Sisikip masyado yun. Sa Lakers kasi, it was a poor fit because I think Anthony Davis had his worst jump shooting year. Yung year na nandun si Russell Westbrook. Like, yung mid-range percentages niya was at its worst during that
True.
season, that first
That's
season.
true.
And LeBron, as much as he's improved his jump shot, is still, not someone who we'd consider elite. So the floor spacing was whack for Russell Westbrook. Yung for that team, uh, I think yung stint niya with the Swing, mas tanggap niya na yung role niya kasi nun with the Clippers. So, tama si Kel na as long as matanggap niya yung role niya, that's the first step. But overall court fit, I think he fits better with Murray and Jokic just because those two stars can shoot jump shots better than LeBron and AD. Kaya, ang magiging key lang doon is paano nyo isa-stagger yung Aaron Gordon and Russell Westbrook minutes. Kasi if magsabay yung dalawang yun, then the defense can afford to sag off both of them to pack the paint. So, I mean, on a tactical perspective, yun yung kailangan nilang i-manage. But, yeah, I think fit-wise, I mean, tama si Knicks. As long, nire-respect niya si Jokic, I think he'll defer easily to the best player in the NBA.
Yeah. Pero tama ka sa spacing. I'm now that I think about it, I'm a bit worried because Aaron Gordon doesn't shoot high percentage on threes, right? I think he's improved, but he's not a sniper by any means. So yeah, that's rough. No, I don't know what they're gonna do. 'Cause if you do Westbrook, Murray, uh, si Bron bang small forward nila ngayon? And then Aaron
Si
Gordon
Pope.
and Jokic, parang tatlo lang parang questionable nga yung shooting nila. So I don't know how they'll do it, pero Jokic is the best. I think he's still the MVP. Like until proven otherwise, I still think he's the best player in the NBA actually. And he if anyone can make it work, I think he can. No, and to be honest, to be 100% honest, no, I'm not a LeBron fan, pero I would say the same. If LeBron wasn't that old, no, if Westbrook teamed up with LeBron, siguro 5 years before, no, 5 years ago, from that point, I think it would have worked also. Kasi si LeBron can make something like that work. Pero he was too old now. He needs a perfect situation. Hindi niya na kayang kargahin yung mga ganong team na may mga suspect fit.
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, I think we think he will fit in. Tama ba consensus natin? We think Russ will work, pero medyo questionable lang if he can, space the floor or yung shooting nila.
Depende naman sa kanya. Yeah.
Yeah, he will.
Sabi sabi niyo, Otep, ganda ng preseason game ni Westbrook. Actually, I haven't watched the highlights or the game, but I'll take your
Like
word.
6 3 pointers
Ayoko
and made
magtiwala
half
sa
of them.
preseason. Sa
Six?
preseason,
Six threes?
6.
Pasok?
No, he
Six?
took 6 threes. Not three.
Ah,
3 out of 6.
50%? That's high. That's high. That's high.
pero,
So
pero, ayoko magtiwala sa preseason. Kasi sa preseason, nagtetres din si Ben Simmons eh. Wala, hindi siya, nakita niyo pa siya yung
Sure ka
totoo.
ba? Sure ka ba ginawa ni Ben Simmons yan sa preseason?
Oo! Meron, di ba? Yung nagdiwang pa yung buong crowd.
Nets? Last year
so
ata or 2 years ago sa
No,
Nets.
no,
Tama
not
ba?
last year lang. Yung parang 2021 pa ata yun or kailan. Basta medyo matagal na. Akala
Nung
na lahat
nandun pa
meron siyang
sina
tres.
KD,
Tapos
no?
wala na.
Nung nandun sina
Oo, ata.
KD. Ah,
Hindi, Sixers pa niya nagawa. Sixers pa.
Scottie Thompson.
Scottie Thompson.
Shout
Kagi
out
marami
Scottie
na uli
Thompson.
nanonood ng PBA.
Oh,
Speaking
ano
of
bang bago sa
PBA,
PBA?
hindi ko alam eh. Marami lang nanonood pero hindi ako nanonood.
Marami pero di ka kasali sa nanonood.
Oo, sorry. Punta naman
Okay.
tayo sa sa ibang liga. Ay, wait lang, bago ang kung merong mga nanonood, you can drop your GCash number and we're gonna do a
Wow.
randomizer later.
Wow.
Mamimigay ng
Comment.
GCash, random GCash si Nix mamaya.
Wow.
Saka si Luis. Silang dalawa. Mamimigay sila.
Rando. Pero
Sige.
pag dalawa lang yung nag-drop, hindi counted. Okay? Kailangan marami nag-drop.
Okay, sige. Dalawa mananalo. Tama, dalawa.
Hindi,
Anyway, yun nga.
pag dalawa lang yung nag-send, hindi counted.
Okay, sige. Game, next. What do you think of, kaso wala na, nalaglag na siya. What do you think of Caitlin Clark? And I know big fans na rin kayo ng WNBA ngayong season. Kasi nga, gawa lang ni Caitlin Clark.
Caitlin Clark effect.
Yes. Not Reese. Who do you pick, Caitlin or Reese?
Si
why
Luis muna.
why are we
Si Luis muna.
why are we
Yung
comparing
game
Andre
hindi
Drummond?
wait. Linawin ko lang, Caitlin or Reese, yung game lang hindi yung kung sino yung gusto mo itap.
I mean, game wise, Caitlin Clark is elite. Malayo siya kay like si Angel Reese has a lot of things to work on her game. Uh, Parang at this point raw talent pa si di ko alam kung talent ang tatawagin pero I mean if you're shooting 39% from the paint, that is bad. That is downright horrible. So, malayo. Caitlin Clark, and yung interest na generate niya for the league uh, is impressive. Kasi to the point na pinag-uusapan natin siya. Like, I mean, before Caitlin Clark, ilang WNBA players kilala niya?
Very
So,
few. Very few.
very few. But in terms of game, yep, Caitlin Clark is elite. And it's not gonna be long before it's her league. You can argue it's already her league, despite her team leaving the first round. I mean, getting eliminated in the first round. So it's crazy. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Bumagsak yung viewership na natanggal sila. So,
Sobra, no? Sobrang,
yun ang superstar.
yeah. Well, actually, nakakatawa, no? Nakakatawa, and I'm sure we're not the only ones, no? Let's all be real here. Whoever will see this clip, no? Guys, ang daming nanood ng WNBA dahil kay Caitlin Clark. Parang, aminin natin lahat, wala tayo lahat pakialam sa WNBA the past few years. Pero the way Caitlin Clark plays, he brings something different eh. And to be honest, she plays like Steph Curry kasi, and that's something that's kind of crazy to see in the WNBA, no? So it's not even a conversation. I think it's actually insulting for Caitlin Clark to be compared to Angel Reese, to be honest. It's not that Angel Reese is a bad player. It's just not it's there's levels to this. No, there's levels to this. So Angel Reese is an okay player. She's the Andre Drummond. And then it's like comparing Andre Drummond to Steph Curry, right? So It's not. Doesn't make sense. Doesn't make sense. So,
And that's a
Caitlin Clark.
huge disrespect to Andre Drummond. Andre Drummond shoots 50% from the field at least. It's Angel Reese
Yeah.
39%. That's my percentage from the paint.
No. Sorry. Angel Reese, no. And sobrang, doon mo makikita, sobrang petty. Sobrang petty ng WNBA. Caitlin Clark could have been the first, I think, unanimous Rookie of the Year. And one of
Yep.
them voted for Angel Reese. One vote. Sino yun? Ipangalan nyo yun. Pakita nyo kung sino yun. Ito, sabi nga ni Wolf, no? Angel Reese naman, I think most rebounds ni Reese were her own misses. That's true. Why? Like, dude, why are you so proud of your rebounds? Sabi niya pa sa podcast niya, you guys should box me out. Bro, I would if I was playing in that league. I would box you out. Hassle. Pass. I don't think it's a conversation. Although, Kelvin, what do you think? Baka naman, baka you're an Angel Reese fan.
Hindi, kagi. Pero yeah, malakas siya
Mahilig ka sa
rebound.
Reese's nung bata tayo.
Hindi Pero I'd top that. Tawag dito. So yeah, malakas siya rebound even though puro sablay niya yung nare-rebound niya. Kasi ibig sabihin minsan tatlo na yung kaagaw niya, 'di ba siya pa rin nakakakuha.
Totoo naman.
Ibig sabihin malakas siya or sobrang hina nung opposing team rebound. Either that.
Malakas siya rebound. Sige, I'll give her that. Kasi rebound is effort and hustle. It means siya lang yung nag-effort.
Totoo. But compared to Caitlyn, layo. Kita naman yung stats kapag pinag-head to head mo. Hindi na kailangan pag-usapan. Titignan mo lang, alam mo na agad sino yung ahead sa dalawa.
That's true. Yeah.
Kaya nawala ka. Nangyari. Lagi nawawala yun.
Ayan. Sorry, narinig ni Angel Reese yung narinig ni slander. Slander sa kanya. Yeah, I think nakakatuwa lang din kasi yung WNBA season, nangyayari siya, nag-iinit siya pag off-season ng NBA. So, at least now meron tayo kahit papaano na for NBA fans, for hoops fans, you have something to look at or pwedeng subaybay kahit papaano. At dami kong nakilalang WNBA players dahil dun nga sa attention na binigay ni Caitlin Clark sa league, no? Apparently, marami palang magagaling na WNBA players, and sometimes I watch the highlights. It's not bad. It's actually good. It's good basketball. Lots of shooting, passing. Ang dami. May mga... Dude, may isang player nga doon na para siyang... Ayoko sabihin parang LeBron. I guess parang Draymond
Cameron
Green.
Asia Wilson?
Hindi. Si Asia Wilson is the LeBron, no? She's the MVP. But there's this girl na parang... she's a veteran parang siyang... Apala niya Alisa Thomas, parang siyang Draymond Green. Parang siya yung, before Caitlin Clark, she was leading the league in assists, pero power forward siya. Ganun siya, point forward. So parang nakakagulat lang makakita ng ganun sa WNBA, na parang enforcer. Siya yung enforcer, siya pa yung assist leader, tapos para siyang Tim Duncan, mga bank shots, ganun. So parang nakakatuwa lang na may ganun kang pwedeng mapanood or makita na. So I think, yeah, props, kudos to Caitlin Clark for bringing a lot of attention to the WNBA. Otherwise, we would never be caught talking about this at all, let alone in a podcast. No? So, yeah. Siguro let's do one last top teams to watch out for. Like, what are you guys thinking? No? Top thoughts. Wait lang, feature lang natin yung sa aming OTEP, Cameron Brink, man of culture. And ito, lagay lang din natin, sabi ni X-Wolf, si Sabrina also good din, pero iba talaga impact ni Caitlin Clark. Yeah, actually, grabe din, bumitaw si Sabrina Ionesco, no? Pero, I think yun yung difference nila. Si Sabrina kasi more of like shooter din, pero si Caitlin Clark kasi is yung vision, yung playmaking, elite level, no? So, but yeah, very, very good player as well. Okay, what teams, no? What ano yung mga things, not kahit hindi teams, anything, no, that people should be watching out for this coming NBA season since malapit na. Luis?
Well, New York Knicks number one. I mean, for me, that big trade, that would potentially change the landscape of the Eastern Conference. Kasi now you're looking at another top contender versus the Celtics. Number two, yung ascension ni Wembanyama. Wembanyama now has a legitimate point guard with him. So hindi na siya babakawan ng mga teammates niya. Chris Paul is gonna make sure that every possession goes through Wembanyama. So yung ascension ni Wembanyama is something that everyone should look out for. If the Spurs make the play-in, that's a win. That's a big win for them. And from what I've read, yung Spurs do not own their draft pick for next season. So they're not motivated to tank. They will try to compete. So yung Wembanyama ascension, yung ascension ni Wembanyama is something to watch out for. If he gets to that third, second, first team All NBA, hey, I wouldn't be surprised. I mean, si Luka nag-ascend second year niya eh. Doon siya unang nanalo ng first team All NBA eh.
Right.
So if Wembanyama gets that, won't be a surprise. He has everything. He has the tools to succeed. Yeah, I think yung rookie class kasi this year hindi masyadong renowned. I mean, outside of the 56
Yeah.
pick. So,
Bro, shout out Bronny. Shout out Bronny.
but yeah, Wembanyama, the New York Knicks, and probably yung ano, I can't think of any na. Kasi more or less same pa rin naman yung titignan mo dyan eh.
Okay.
Clippers, pag di okay yung season nila, baka i-trade sa contender si Leonard. OKC? Okay.
The Clippers
Or
mortgage their future
Leonard
for Kawhi and
and
Paul
SGA.
That's
George.
true. I see the vision. Problem lang is if Leonard is healthy, siguro, pero that's a big if, no? Parang he's always not healthy. Pero I can see that. The Clippers might try to recoup assets kasi ubus na ubus sila dahil sa Paul George trade, sa mga pinagagawa nila, no? Talaga nawasak sila. Nakabawi sila ng konti, pero hindi rin eh. Hindi nila na-trade si George. Kasi di ba George signed outright to Philadelphia? He wasn't traded. Nag-sign siya.
Yeah, he
as a
signed outright.
So wala sila nakuha for all those assets they lost, no? Including Shea Gilgeous-Alexander.
Ikaw, Knicks. Things to watch.
Definitely
Watch the
watching the
Knicks.
Knicks. Definitely watching the Knicks, no? But other than that, since we've already talked a lot about it, curious ako to see, as this might be surprising, no? I want to see the Pelicans. I want to see if Zion Williams is truly healthy and fit now. Kasi, like Luis said kanina, parang that's part of the every off season. Is this the best shape that Zion has been? Pero from what we've seen so far, no, this may be the best body or that he's had in a while. And I might be biased, no, and I never believed that he was the next LeBron, or he could be, but I have high hopes for Zion. I think he has something there. And they don't have a bad team. They have DeJounte Murray. They have do they have DeJounte Murray? Shit, am I? Wait, no. Wait.
Yep.
He's there, right?
Murray. And he's the big. So, na-fulfill na yung prophecy na yun.
Wait, so, dude, grabe yung Pelicans.
Yeah.
Ingram ba? Nandun pa?
Grabe yung Pelicans pala. Yes.
Well,
so,
si Ingram
CJ McCollum. CJ McCollum. DeJounte Murray. Zion
Ingram.
Williamson. Brandon Ingram. Sino
And
Sino
then,
sentro
center
nila?
nila?
Jonas?
hindi, wala na si Jonas. Wala na si Jonas Valanciunas. Nasa Washington na siya.
Trey
Okafor?
Murphy,
Yeah, Trey
Herb
Murphy,
Jones,
Herb Jones,
Daniel Theis,
na,
Jose Alvarado, Grant
Joseph
Dyson,
Theft,
Alvarado.
Dyson
Grant Theft.
Daniels. Marami. Malalim sila. Malalim
Yo,
sila.
Pelicans stacked. Wala lang silang center board kay Theis, pero yeah, they need a center. They need a big. They got DeJounte Murray, but they didn't get a big, so they need a big. I like the Pelicans. I didn't even know. I was just more so talking about finally seeing a healthy Zion Williamson. But this wow. I didn't know they had a good roster. This is like on paper like a top 6, 7, something like that. Okay,
Once they
other than
figure out
that,
the Ingram thing. Yung
yeah.
Ingram thing siguro yung ano dun eh.
Oo nga medyo unhappy siya, 'di ba? Like he wasn't
Ayan.
yeah. So yeah, last one for me. So yeah, Pelicans definitely. Um, I'm also very curious to see. I'm curious. I'm curious to see what will happen. Nasabi na ni ano, nasabi na ni Otep. Curious lang ako anong mangyayari sa Clippers kasi wala na, ubos na yung roster nila. Like, wala. They went from like a top team or perceived contender. I think last year nga, parang sabi pa ng mga tao, if everyone's healthy, they will be a championship contender. Eh. So they went from that to now, like, they have Harden, Leonard, and a bunch of G Leaguers, basically. So, I don't know. Curious ako to see how if that will implode or if we're gonna see one last James Harden hard carry season because he's done. He's carried a bunch of those type of teams in previous years. So interesado lang ako to see how it will implode. Will Leonard be traded? Yan yung mga nakakatuwang tingnan or will Leonard hard carry like he did in the Toronto championship. No? So I want to see it, no? As well as the Suns. Yung mga ganyan, yung mga team na parang bumuo ng super team tas nag-fail, yun yung mga gusto kong watch out for kung mag-implode na sila. Yes, si Kelvin, what are you watching out for?
Una-una syempre, Bronny James. I mean, he made headlines. He made more headlines compared to sa first pick. To be honest, di ko kilala sino yung first pick. Di ko kilala sino yung second pick. Anyone sa rookie class na to, hindi ko kilala maliban kay Bronny James. Siya lang kilala ko. And I think it's gonna be fun to watch kasi syempre, LeBron and Bronny. And plus, kung ako sa inyo, sagad-sagarin nyo na yung pagnood kay LeBron kasi probably baka second to the last year na to. And next year baka farewell tour na niya. And next one ko is same din kay Luis, si Wemby. So, hopefully ma-reach niya yung kung ano man yung expectation sa kanya. And actually nag-aano ko ngayon. Ko-collect ako ng mga Wemby rookie cards. So, pag naging face of the league si Wemby, hintayin niyo man yayaman ako. Bibili ako ng mga bahay, mansyon o kung ano-ano pa. Tapos Lamelo. I'm waiting for Lamelo kasi I'm a big Lamelo Ball fan. And parang never pa siya nakakompleto ng isang buong season na walang matinding injury. Saka medyo exciting kasi may kasama siyang malakas na rookie which is Brandon Miller. Hindi mo malakas na malakas
Sophomore.
pero yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
rookie last year. Also,
Yeah.
sophomore ngayon. Yun, magaling si Brandon Miller and hopefully makarga nila yung Hornets. Kaso yun nga, nakukulangan pa rin ako kay Lamelo sa ano. Parang wala siyang mentor doon na nag-guide sa kanya. Kasama niya lagi doon si Miles Bridges.
Yeah.
Si Miles Bridges kasama niya lagi, 'di ba? Criminal 'yun. So,
Si Taj Gibson, I think that's why they signed Taj Gibson for veteran presence.
Okay.
Wala kasing walang adult last year, no? But now they have Taj Gibson, they have Grant Williams, mga Seth Curry. Yan yung mga
Grant
veterans.
Williams yung tinapon ng mga team. Tama ba? Okay yun. Well, hopefully sana mag-succeed si Lamelo. Not now, maybe soon. And then, ano pa ba inaabangan ko? Ja Morant, hopefully, healthy na siya. And hope he makes good decisions outside the court. Yeah, agree din. Houston Rockets sana lumakas.
For my Yahoo Fantasy team's sake, sana nga
Jamoran.
Jamoran. Jamoran, I need you to show up this season. Show up.
Yeah. Ayun, yun lang yung mga inaabangan ko ngayon. Pero pinaka-inaabangan ko talaga is Bronny James and LeBron James kasi that's history and malapit na umalis si LeBron eh. So sinasasagarin ko ng pag-enjoy sa kanya sa pagnood.
Pero baka
Okay, so
one game
before
lang yun, ah. Baka
ano
one
one
game
game
lang.
lang.
Hindi, like baka pag nagsama na sila sa court tapos I don't think Bronny James kasi is a rotation player eh. I mean, huy, injured si Ja. No, totoo to.
Well, he rolled his ankle earlier, pero bumalik
Jamoran
naman sa game. I'm not sure if
injury.
may
Ano
succeeding
ba yun?
injuries pa.
Uy, uy, shit. Okay.
Okay. Okay, sige last na. So before we end this no, pahabol lang kung may mga nanonood pa diyan. Drop your GCash number para masali kayo sa ano, random winner namin mamaya. Sige, last one before para makapag-submit pa ng mga GCash entry yung di pa nakapag-submit. Um, Sinong top pick nyo to win it all this year?
Huh.
Last one,
Luis
not too much
muna.
explanation na lang. Not too much
Si
explanation,
Luis.
just say your pick.
Luis.
Oklahoma City Thunder. Na-address nila yung weaknesses nila. So, Oklahoma.
Sorry, anong weaknesses? May inad ba sila?
Ah, yep. Wala silang backup big. So, nakuha nila si Hartenstein.
Oh, okay.
Josh
From
Giddey was a
Knicks.
liability. So, they traded him away to Chicago for Alex Caruso. So, yeah, I think Oklahoma is the most balanced. I mean, na-address nila yung weakness nila. They have the same core,
Okay.
and then they added Hartenstein and Caruso. So, you have SGA, Jalen Williams, Chet Holmgren, who's equally as freaky as Victor Wembanyama.
Well,
So,
yeah. Okay, good pick, good pick. Go Knicks. Well,
I
no, New York Knicks.
No.
Oh,
I
no.
think hindi. Kasi I think it's very rare to win a championship on the first year that your core is built. I don't think the Knicks will win the championship this year. I actually think the Knicks will lose in the Eastern Conference Finals to someone. And so ayoko dalawa yung sagot ko pero I think Boston Celtics might actually repeat. Um I think they might repeat. I know that's not a pop like actually if you look at the odds, no, it's a popular pick, but I don't think the cash or the fans think that's, something that's gonna happen. But the reason why I think they might repeat is because I think they will come out of the East again because I don't trust that Embiid and George will be healthy by the end of the season. And again, this is their first time din na nabuo yung group nila na ganyan. So, I think they will face the same problems as the Knicks in terms of they're just not ready, no? Parang Boston Celtics has the advantage of continuity and on whatnot. They probably win some crazy game 7 or something crazy. So, I think Celtics will come out. So now you're asking, okay, but why Celtics and why not someone from the West? Because I agree with Luis. I actually think it's either OKC. Actually, it's OKC, I think, who will come out of the West. Pero I think they will lose to the Celtics. Alam mo yun, a new team who just got to the finals versus Celtics who's been there so many times and just won their championship. So that's how I see it playing out. I think Celtics will win. I think OKC will lose in the NBA finals. But the Celtics, this might be their last one. They will just win the East because the Knicks aren't ready yet and the Sixers are unhealthy. That's my take.
Nice, good pick, good pick. Safe pick kasi yung Boston, kasi consistent eh.
Agree.
Yeah, but
Safe pick. Yeah, safe pick pero in-explain ko paano siya mangyari. So, tingin ko ganun yung mag-play out.
okay. Sige, akin ang pick ko Dallas pa rin. I mean, same as last year, Dallas pa rin. I think they had it figured out. Plus, they had the experience na sa finals and uh, chances are sobrang nag-improve sila lively yung mga big man nila and yung tandem ni Luka Kyrie, nakuha naman nila yung chemistry nila, alam na nila yung galaw ng isa't isa. So, I think kaya nga ni Dallas yan sa West.
Oh.
Tawag ito, so Luka just need to take over like a couple of games if they had to match up with OKC. And, once exhausted na sila Chet, sila SGA, wala, nakain na sila ng like fully functioning Dallas team. And
Ang
hopefully
ganda
yan, gusto ko maka,
Super Mavs
ay
fan ko.
shit, si
So,
Clay nga
sobrang
pala
saya ako sa
nandun
pick.
pa.
Yun nga, ang ganda nung
Nandun pala
building
si
up ni
Clay.
Otep. Dude, tinignan ko yung roster ng Mavs. Low-key, one of the best lineups. Not starting five, like complete, no? So, let's just quickly look at this. So, they have Daniel Gafford and Derek Lively center rotation. That's, I guess, one of the top 3 best rotations. Kasi yung starter and parang you don't lose much. Yun yung maganda minsan na yung starter mo pag umupo, yung papalit sa kanya, malakas din, ta starter quality. So, that's good, no? Obviously Luka can be the best player on the court any given night. No, you have a player like that. Then you have Kyrie who can also, some nights can be the best player in the league. And then yung Clay, ang ganda ng binanggit ni Otep, no? So I want to ask you guys, what do you think about Clay? Because I'm looking at this Mavs roster, Doncic, Kyrie, Clay Thompson, Lively, and then they have, ito pa guys, they have Quentin Grimes, Spencer Dinwiddie, PJ Washington, Najee Marshall. So these are like quality rotation players. They have Maxi Kleber, Dwight Powell, and Markieff Morris. Dante Exum, who also had the resurgence. They have like a 10-person, 10-man rotation na solid. Sorry. I think this is a solid lineup. This is like a top 2, top 3 team in the West. What do you guys think about Clay? That's I think, X factor.
Washed Clay. I mean, kahit naman washed Clay na yan, kaya naman buhatin ni Luka and Kyrie.
But is he really washed though? Or like, will he benefit from 2 players who have so much gravity that they pull and then Clay just has to hit the open shots?
Siguro kailangan niya ma-accept yung role niya na hindi niya siya second option. Kasi I've seen highlights ng mga scrimmage niya with other people, not Mavs, ay mga ibang tao. Hindi na siya yung kapag ka siya yung nag-ISO, yung kinakarga niya yung bola, and then siya din yung gagawa ng shot, wala man lagi sablay. Hindi na siya yung kagaya nung dati talaga. So, it's washed Clay na. Hindi na yan yung Clay of old.
Fair. Si Luis, as a resident, like a long-time Mavs fan, curious to hear your thoughts.
Skeptical ako dun sa, dun sa fit. Kasi, I watched yung OKC series and yung bumabantay kay SGA, si Derek Jones Jr. Yung bumabantay kay Anthony Edwards, si Derek Jones Jr. Yung bumabantay kay Jason Tatum, si Derek Jones Jr. I'm not saying Derek Jones Jr. is, a highly valuable commodity, pero I think people are underestimating what they're losing by losing Derek Jones Jr. Yung point of attack defense niya. Siya yung bumabantay kasi dun sa mga yun eh. Klay Thompson, tama si Kel, he's not who he once was. The same goes for defense. Hindi na rin siya yung, dati kasi si Klay Thompson yung bumabantay kay Kyrie Irving sa finals, di ba? I am not comfortable putting Klay Thompson on SGA, on Anthony Edwards. Bumagal na rin yun. And rightfully so. They had 2 career-ending injuries na, by today's by modern technology, modern healthcare, nakakalaro pa rin siya, di ba? In torn Achilles, torn ACL. Kaya, I think offensively, the fit is obvious, yung catch and shoot. Pero remember, Clay hasn't played that kind of role ever. Laging motion yung offense niya. Looking for open shots. Hindi siya yung iniiwan mo lang sa gilid tapos hindi mo siya pagagalawin buong possession. I'm not sure how he'll respond to that. May rhythm ba siya? Magkaka-rhythm ba siya noon na ganun lang yung ginagawa niya? Kasi for 12 years, puro motion kasi siya eh. So I'm not sure paano kung puro spot siya for an entire game, an entire season. But the
Fair.
fit is there. I mean, shooting wise, for sure. Defensively, I think ano siya eh, he might be too slow at this point. Baka dapat sa forward mo na siya ilalagay. Eh, kung sabay sila ni Luka, edi dalawa silang mabagal sa court. So,
Fair.
yun yung
Fair
magiging,
point.
yun yung ano, like, gusto ko manalo yung Mavs. I mean, kilala nyo naman ako. Like, I'm a diehard Mavs fan, pero medyo skeptical lang ako dun sa fit. I mean, defensively at least. Offensively, it's there.
Right.
But
Fair
on the
points.
defensive end, paano kung sabay-sabay silang tatlo ni Kyrie? Eh di tatlo na yung pwedeng atakihin off the dribble ni Shai Gilgeous-Alexander.
Yeah, but then I guess that's you have to rely on your bigs, no. So they have yeah, I think who did they lose Derek Jones Jr. to?
Yeah, they lost Derek Jones Jr.
To where to who? Like which team?
Well, nandun siya sa Clippers right now.
Oh, he's one of the G Leaguers. Yeah. So I think they got Najee Marshall and PJ Washington who are like plus defenders, I think. But
Yep,
yeah, the
Pastor Grimes.
Derek Jones was a X factor last year.
Oh
But
yeah,
so was PJ
nakita nyo.
Washington.
Yung mga alley-oops niya. Sa OKC series, si PJ Washington nagpanalo na.
Yeah.
So,
So I like I think it depends on how they play the roster. I like Quentin Grimes. Now I think he can be that stopper, but then if you're gonna play him, who are you sitting? So are you saying you're sitting Clay? No, so like yeah, I guess that's it. Like I don't know how they're gonna do their lineup because they do have a defensive lineup if they want to, but that means probably that lineup means Clay is not in that lineup.
yeah.
So yeah,
So, okay lang ba sa
that's
kanya yun? Diba? That's
yeah.
another thing. Kung okay lang ba sa kanya yun.
Yeah, but I want to see it. Did he play in the preseason? I don't think so.
Pero hindi.
Yeah,
Parang
I
hindi.
want to see the Splash Brother. Hey, it's actually funny. We're closing now and we don't have enough time. But it's funny that we didn't talk about the Warriors at all. No, which is actually crazy for like an NBA season. I don't know. I don't think there's anything to talk about honestly. Pero nakakatuwa lang isipin. I guess it's also speaks volumes no into yun nga like what Kelvin said. LeBron, Steph Curry. These guys don't have long in the NBA, so might as well just enjoy this the last few years of watching them play at a still high level, so to speak. All right, any last words, fellas, before we close this out?
I think
Pa
I'm
rin.
good.
You're good. All right. All right, guys. So that has been it for this NBA season preview. Thank you so much for watching and listening, and sharing your insights. So especially to everyone who commented and gave their 2 cents on the upcoming NBA season. Thank you so much. And that's it for today's episode. See you guys next time. Peace.
Bye. Yeah, ay shit, we're
Oh,
gonna do
oh,
the
oh.
randomizer
Prank,
after.
prank,
After na
prank.
lang.
Yeah,
Sorry,
yeah.
after na lang, yeah.
Post na lang ulit.
So
Post na lang ulit.
if you're still watching and you haven't dropped your GCash number yet, you can still drop it in the comment section para masali ka ron sa randomizer namin. Magkano ba papamigay nyo?
Wala. 100. 100
Eh,
lang.
Jalen Bronson?
Pero pag
Okay.
nag-champion to, bibigay ko sa inyo lahat.
Anyway,
No, the
by the
used
way,
handkerchief.
shout out kay ano. Ano yan?
The used handkerchief.
Okay, sorry.
Yan ba,
By the way, shout out
yan
ano.
ba iiyakan ko? Yan ba yung gagamitin ko pag iyak ko pag nakapag buzzer beating 3-point si Jason Tatum sa Game 7 of the East Finals?
Nawala. Yun, since wala na si Nix, shoutout kay ano, hindi ko alam kung anong pangalan ko siya i-address. Sige, Ronnie Rojas Jr. na lang. And kung malapit kayo sa Sampaloc or taga Sampaloc kayo, bili kayo sa Noy Noise Cafe niya. Follow nyo na lang sa Facebook page kung interesado kayong makatikman. Masarap kahit di ko pa natitikman yung tsura pa lang niya masarap. So, shoutout sa iyo Ronnie Rojas Jr. pati sa Noy Noise Cafe mo. Yun, good.
All right. Thank you guys so much. See you guys next time. Let's call it a night. Peace.
Bye-bye. Peace.